Ronnie, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Jordan couldn't be more wrong. JD Vance is a terrifying prospect.
Is it because of his views on women's rights?
Yeah, and also because he has a beard. I'm sorry, but I do not trust a man if I don't know where his neck...
Desi Lydic starts right where the circus never ends. Trump and JD Vance, the dynamic duo of delusion, standing shoulder to shoulder like the political version of a buddy comedy nobody asked for.
Beards hide things. Blackheads, whiteheads, lack of chin, too much chin. And he's open about all of his horrific policies. So if that beard is hiding something, it must be really bad.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Beards do not hide anything.
Oh, really? Not even a Sharpie dick that never fully...
Desi says he's like a magician who keeps pulling the same rabbit out of the same hat and still expects applause.
When you see someone celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out. And hell, call their employer.
Hold on. The vice president wants me to try to get people fired from their jobs? First off, as a white woman, we've been doing that for years, okay? Stop appropriating our culture. But secondly, is this what we want? The vice president's job isn't to lead an online mob. The vice president's job is to... Okay, he doesn't really have a job, but you get my point.
Desi Lydic isn't just roasting Trump and JD Vance. She's turning their political theater into a comedy clinic. One built a brand on chaos, the other on pretending to understand it, and together they've become the political buddy film no one asked for, but everyone can't stop watching.
A very tough negotiator. That's not good.
Remember, call your doctor if your handshake lasts longer than 4 hours. But this is such a stark difference from how every other leader on this trip has interacted with Trump. Malaysia's throwing a concert for him. Korea's giving him crowns. Everyone's kissing his ass. Then she comes in like his mom forced him to have a play date with a weird greeting was. The bigger question was what happened at that meeting. Trump said that China has been eating America's lunch for decades, and this was his chance to seal a major trade deal that finally makes things right.
President Trump back on Air Force One after his meeting with Chinese leader Xi Jinping, where the leaders agreed to a tentative truce in the trade war. That brings tariffs and other measures back to where they were before recent escalations.
He's basically reset the clock to January.
You have no idea what you're announcing, do you? You're just going to go into the next room and be like, guys, I promised them something big. Does anyone have anything good? I have 2 to 5 days, and don't say Jell-O shots, Pete. Time, just come out when you're ready to say the announcement. We don't need a pre-announcement. This is worse than my cousin announcing that they're trying for a third child.
Desi imagines their campaign meetings like a live-action cartoon. Trump throwing slogans like confetti, scribbles notes hoping to decode the chaos. Trump rants about greatness. He nods like he's found the meaning of life, though it's probably just the caffeine talking.
The president capping off his trip by officially opening his latest golf course today in Scotland.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Just a reminder, this man is still the president of the United States. There's a lot going on in the world, and he's at a ribbon-cutting ceremony to promote his golf course?
JD seems happy to play along, even if it means losing whatever authenticity he once had. Desi calls it the Great Political Vanishing Act. Watch closely as ambition makes integrity disappear. JD used to question Trump's chaos. Now he's defending it like a lawyer on retainer. It's not transformation, it's adaptation. And in Trump's orbit, adaptation means becoming a mirror that reflects only one face. It's political cosplay. 2 men pretending to rescue a country from problems they helped create. Desi laughs that if self-awareness were currency, both would be bankrupt. Every time Trump boasts about his movement, Desi can't help but notice how small the world inside it has become. It's not a coalition anymore. It's a congregation. He doesn't lead, he preaches, he doesn't plan, he performs. Desi says watching Trump campaign is like watching an actor forget he's not still filming. He speaks in reruns, argues with ghosts, and keeps selling the same miracle cure that never worked the first time. JD Vance just stands there, nodding like the sidekick in a motivational infomercial that never ends.
I just want to make sure, is it really good news?
It's going to be a truly earth-shattering and positive development for this country and for the people of this country.
Earth-shattering, wow. Okay, as long as I don't have to to clean it up, I guess I'm in. Just tell me when exactly to tune in, and I will clear my schedule.
And that announcement will be made either Thursday or Friday or Monday before we leave.
Desi turns to JD again, marveling at how quickly he became fluent in Trumpese. The man who once branded himself as a truth teller now treats truth like a hostile witness. Desi says his transformation isn't evolution, it's erosion. You can almost see the outlines of his former self fading every time he repeats one of Trump's talking points. It's not conviction, it's camouflage. JD didn't join the movement, he melted into it. Trump, meanwhile, still believes he's untouchable. Desi calls him the eternal protagonist of his own myth, forever casting himself as the hero wronged by reality. Even gravity would be fired for making him fall. Desi draws the contrast. JD Vance, the man who once analyzed broken systems, now props one up. Trump, who once claimed to drain swamps, now swims comfortably in one. Trump needs someone to echo him. JD needs someone to notice him. And in that mutual dependence, they've built a perfect feedback loop of absurdity.
This is the perfect time for President Trump to meet the moment with his famous deal-making skills and master negotiating to end this shutdown.
President Donald Trump currently on his way to Asia for a high-stakes tour of the region.
Okay. Government will be here when you get back, maybe. Boys trip!
The funniest part, Desi says, is that they both believe they're rewriting history. Trump thinks he's redeeming himself. JD thinks he's defining the next generation. But history has a cruel sense of humor. It doesn't reward performance, it records it. Desi says in 50 years, textbooks won't remember their promises, just their punchlines. Trump will be the cautionary tale about unchecked ego. JD the footnote about what happens when ambition forgets authenticity. Together, they'll be remembered not as leaders, but as the longest-running sketch in political comedy. Desi imagines Trump watching coverage of himself like a director reviewing footage, complaining about lighting instead of substance. He's obsessed with optics because optics are the only thing left. Every photo, every clip, every crowd is filtered through his need to be adored. Desi jokes that if mirrors could vote, he'd win in a landslide. JD, meanwhile, studies every move, trying to imitate the act. The problem? You can't fake charisma that's already counterfeit. Desi laughs that it's like watching the Rolling Stones if they forgot how to play instruments but insisted the crowd sing anyway. And yet, somehow it works, at least for their audience. Desi knows the trick. It's not about facts, it's about feelings. Trump sells anger disguised as patriotism, and JD sells agreement disguised as thought. It's emotional theater, not governance. Desi ends with the punch that lands hardest. Trump wanted to be immortalized as a legend. JD wanted to be remembered as a thinker. What they both got was reruns. Trump's name will live on, not in marble, but in monologue jokes and late-night sketches. JD will linger as the guy who mistook proximity for purpose. Desi calls it poetic justice. The man who wanted to be worshipped became a punchline, and the man who wanted to matter became the echo of one. Because history doesn't preserve power, it preserves irony. And somewhere, even Trump might find that funny.